Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. It's all about Nvidia earnings, of course, one of the biggest companies in the world. Today moves everything. Everyone's prepared for it. This is exactly what happened last time. The market sold off before the earnings, and it was a massive beat and then went up. Will it do it again? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And but we will find out in about an hour's time. So how do you play this? How are you preparing for it? Well, for me, I'm already fully invested. The dip today wasn't enough. I mean, I knew it was going to be this low today. I knew it was going to go down today. So I've already bought. My last buy-in of the S&P was a couple of weeks ago now, which was much lower than this. So this is not a dip. I mean, if I was trading it, fine. Buy it, you buy it now, and then it goes up on earnings. Of course, people are trading the S&P. That's what's happening. I'm not trading. I'm an investor, not a trader right now. So the name of the show is Martyn Lucas Investor, not Martyn Lucas in and out every 5 minutes. So a little dip today is nice if you are trading it, and that's what's expected. That's what people are doing. That's how the markets work. But for me, I just sit and watch that. That's not enough. It had gone down 10, 20%. Yeah, I'd have spent 80, 90, 100 grand, but not like that. Now, what we expect now, of course, is the street are expecting them to beat on earnings. Now, if they beat on earnings, great. Markets are going to go crazy again, like they did 3 months ago. That's what we expect to happen. However, they might not be enough. It might not be enough guidance. Things might be slowing down. You know, a lot of people think it's reached the top. It's not going to keep going forever and ever and ever. Some people think it's going to go to $1,000. Don't ask Kathy Wood what she says. She'll just make up 10 grand. It's an insane number. But, you know, whatever. If it goes up, great. I'm fully invested, and the margin I've got will be worth more, even more money, and it'll go up with it. But, you know, I'm fully invested. I can buy more, but I knew this was going to go down today. So knowing it was going to go down today, I bought last week when it was lower. There's no point in just buying it today. I mean, it's no surprise. The only people buying today are traders who sold it and who dumped this morning, and off we go, and off we go again. No point doing that. Anyway, that being said, let's get straight on to the show. Great to have you all here. Welcome everybody to our Nvidia. Will Nvidia beat earnings? Well, we'll find out very, very shortly. So exciting times ahead. Let's get ready. Just got a nice latte. It can't go wrong with a nice creamy, milky latte with a bit of chocolate on the top. Can't go wrong with it. Right. Craig, hey Martin and Stephen, how are you? Good afternoon all. Steve Wally, hi Steve. Craig, great to see you. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Did you all see the interview this morning? Hopefully you enjoyed that. We had an interview this morning. Jen Kang, the CEO of WidePoint. I think it was a very interesting morning. GameStop in the last few minutes has a bit of news. We've got a politician who's buying into the stock. I think it's a bit weak, if I'm totally honest. Trying to get votes. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I really do. Here we go. This is the news I've got here. I just think this is a really bad story. I'm gonna cover this now. Actually, I think this is so ridiculous. GME, 5 minutes. Okay, here we go. As we prepare for tonight's show, GME. Let's have a little look. Bring you up to date with this one. I think it's a very weak story indeed. Let's have a look. Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. GameStop. We have got some new news here. I think it's a bit weak though, but you decide. I've had some people on Reddit talk about me, even though I'm not on Reddit. I'm just like perusing in the background, saying things like, "You don't know who we've got in our corner. We've got some real power in our corner." No, you haven't. but I will share it with you. So this is very funny. Smash the like button, tap it if you want to share this out. GameStop is going to zero. Stand by what I've said. Same as FFIE. I also believe FFIE is going to zero. You can make money on it, of course. I'm not saying you can't, but I still think as an investor, which I am, not a gambler, I still believe it's going to go zero, and you're much better off just buying the S&P and investing in yourself. But anyway, what is the news? This is the news. And I think this is a very, very weak news story. This is just out. In fact, it was out yesterday afternoon. And this is what I think people are talking about when they say, you don't know who we've got in our corner, like you've got Superman in your corner or something. What we've got here is RFK Jr. invests in GameStop to win votes and get elected. I think that's very, very weak. I think that is a real desperation to try and get votes. And now remember, I am not one side of the political argument. I've got a green card. I don't vote. I'm not interested. I'm completely impartial, completely neutral. I don't own the stock. I only own the S&P. It doesn't matter to me who wins the election. I'm not on either side. I'm presenting the news as it is. But what we've got here says, will enact Wall Street reforms targeting short selling? Absolutely. This here is is an attempt to get votes. I don't know why. I don't know what the point of it is. Whatever. Independent U.S. presidential candidate Robert Kennedy Jr. on Tuesday expressed support for retail investors, and he said he would pursue aggressive Wall Street reforms if he was elected. Well, he's not going to get elected, and trying to get everybody to vote for you because they want to try to make money out of a stock that's worthless is the most ridiculous candidate desperation for votes I've ever heard. And remember, I'm not politically involved either way. I think that's really, really silly. Kennedy also said he had invested $24,000 in GameStop. Whoop-de-doo. He's not going to do anything at all. I could invest 100 grand today. I could do 4 times the amount today if I wanted to. I've got 100 grand sitting here. Shall I do it? Shall I buy more than... I'll buy 4 times as much as this candidate here and see if anybody will elect me. Absolutely ridiculous. That's going to do absolutely nothing. I'm investing 24 grand. Do you realize how insignificant that is? It's absolutely insignificant, not going to do anything at all. The video game retailer's shares went on an insane ride last week, sparked by the return of investor Keith Gill, known as Roaring Kitty. Short sellers betting against the stock lost over $2 billion on paper last Monday and Tuesday, following a staggering 179.2% jump. It's all come straight back down since then. I'm very aware of what the average retail investors has been saying about the need for greater transparency in our markets, stronger regulatory oversight, and tougher penalties for market manipulation and criminal behavior, Kennedy said on X. It's already coming. We've already got this protection. It's already being put in place now. This is not a way just to get votes, telling people that the sort of people that are going to gamble on GameStop don't even read balance sheets. They've told me, we don't read balance sheets, we don't care, and that's the people you're trying to appeal to. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. That shows weakness as far as I'm concerned, trying to get votes on that. Anyway, that's what he's trying to do. My administration will support the ape retail rebellion and enact aggressive Wall Street reforms. It's happening anyway. It doesn't require your $24,000. I could buy 100 grand right now, 4 times as much. It's ridiculous. These apes are most commonly associated with buyers in AMC Entertainment. Apes. I mean, who even wants to be called an ape anyway? Quite frankly. I wouldn't want to be... Would you want to be labelled an ape? Anyway, but the term has been used broadly as well to identify traders who snap up heavily shorted stocks. The developments around GameStop last week brought back memories of the infamous short squeeze at 2021 that had been set off by a multitude of factors, with Roaring Kitty in a pivotal role in that saga as well. Not this time though. This time he's got no energy behind it whatsoever. The moment GameStop popped up, I came online. Probably the only one really. Everyone's saying, oh, we're all going to get rich forever and ever and ever. I came on here. And I said it's just here. And I said it's going to zero. And ever since I've been making videos, it's going down and down and down without any pause whatsoever. There's no fight back. There's no people going, come on, boys, stay together. Well, there is, but no one's listening, right? No one's listening. So this politician thought, right, well, I can get votes because I can spend $24,000. And I had someone on Reddit yesterday send me a very dirty message and say to me, you don't know who we've got in our corner. Yeah, I do. You've got this guy here who isn't going to win any votes, and all he's got is $24,000. I've got $100,000. I can do 4 times the damage, and I'm not going to do it. And I don't want you to vote either. Anyway, Robert J. Kennedy Jr. announced his independent candidacy for president in October last year. He's not going to become the president either. That's not going to happen. He has previously targeted what he calls predatory. I tell you what, I don't even want to cover it anymore. This is ridiculous. You're not going to become the president. It's either going to be Joe Biden or Donald Trump. You're not going to beat either one of those to become the president because you've got a bunch of people on Reddit getting excited about your GameStop purchase of 24 grand. I have never in my life heard anything more desperate and more silly and blatantly stupid. To be perfectly frank, it makes GameStop look even worse. It makes it look even more ridiculous. Anyway, my job is to bring you the facts, the news, completely impartial. Whether you like the news or not, that I don't care. I'm just bringing you the facts. What you do is up to you, but I'm going to say it and I'm going to keep saying it. GameStop is going to zero. FFI is going to zero. Particularly FFIE, at least GameStop has some premises and sells a few games and has a bit of cash. FFIE, nothing at all. And they're both working together. And I think it's absolutely bonkers. Anyway, there's the news. You wanted to know what was going on. You wanted to know what was going on with GameStop and the power in our corner. Well, now you know. So what are you going to do? Are you going to short it even more because it's even more likely to go down? Or are you going to go, no, he's going to win. He'll become the president and he's going to save me and he's going to help me and he's going to get a law passed, which is already getting passed anyway. But what the hell? Don't read the SEC filings. Don't read the balance sheet. You don't need to know about that. He's told you. He's got $24,000. He's going to save everybody. Click above my head for further information if you want more nonsense like this. Down below. It's getting easier by the day. This is getting ridiculous. Go down in we're growing 1,000 subscribers a week. And in fact, I think this week it's going to be 2,000. People want the truth, right? It's not even difficult now to bring these sort of Reddit groups down. It's getting easier and easier. Go down into the links and find all the stuff you want. I'm sure the trolls will go down there and find stuff and then do stuff and then shout about it. Go over here for more GameStop news and more FFI news as well. I've got a big playlist down here. You want to check this one out. It's following exactly what GameStop is doing. All going to zero. Till next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Oh, man. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Anyway, back to investing. Let's read your comments. What have we got here? I missed a few there. How long did it take you to turn 5,000 into 64,000? It's not 64,000 though. It's not 64,000. It's 88,000. It was 89,000 this morning. How long? 2.5 years. Nearly 3 years now. 3 years in July. Is the interview out yet? I saw the promo. Yes, it was live, Steve Wally. It was live. The interview went out live, as all of our videos do. They're always live. Nothing's changed over the last 3 years. If you look here on the homepage of the channel and upcoming live streams, all the shows are there, advertised in order, upcoming live streams, and it was the previous event. And now, of course, it's a past live stream. There is the event. There it is. And it's also going out as its own video very, very shortly as well. So yes, it was live. We had live questions and people joined in with live debates. It was great. And Jen wants to come on the show again. He's already said he wants to become a member of the family and all the rest. Really, really, really great. Very, very positive. Great news. We learned he's from the FBI. Flippin' heck did we learn some news today. Unbelievable. We learned some great news today about WidePoint. Absolutely fantastic. Hi, Craig. Hey, Stephen. Hi, how you doing? Cheers, Martin. You're very welcome. Mike, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, friends. And if you have Martyn Lucas in your corner, then it goes to 0. That's right, Ricky. Yep, that's right. Hang on, that's got to be coming from a non-member, right? There you go. Yeah, that's right. You're absolutely right. Because I started with $5,000. Now I've got 88,000. You're absolutely right. It's going to 0. Yeah, I'm going to 0. I'm going to get margin called in a minute, I suppose. And yeah, I'm going to go bankrupt, right? Is that what you're telling me? That's my real money, 88,000. I can buy 4 times the amount of shares. In fact, 8 times the amount of shares that guy running for president. What are you talking about, Ricky? Makes no sense what you're saying. Good evening, Stacey. Mike, you have candidate for the trash. Yeah, they do. It doesn't take them long. I see you beat me. I'm just drinking another cup of tea. Mike, have you achieved ninja level? He was ninja level a long time ago. Yes, Lucas Apes. Good evening, everybody. I don't want to be an ape. Does anybody want to be an ape? Are you proud of that? Why would you be proud of that? I don't want to be called an ape. Do you? I want to be called an investor. That's it. That's it. A word that's a proper word. Anyway, I'm not saying ape's not a proper word, but who wants to be called an ape and be proud of it? I don't. I still think we should pool and buy space and flush management. New management, Zach Zay and MSK, CEO Martyn Lucas. I think it's a great idea, and it wouldn't take much to do it right now. It's not that expensive. Stacey Bailey. Yeah, if we get what's his name? Andy Shovel involved, we could buy the company easily. We could kick them all out. Phil Robertson for president, says Stacey Bailey. What's going on with Martini Racer these days? I've seen him on here once the past 2 months. I don't know, Steve. Good question. Lost, not laws. Lost, not laws. Don't know what that means, Jose. Can you repeat that? Evening all. Notice VU dropped off a bit while stuff like SMX and Nasty went up. Yes, because the S&P is heavily weighted with tech and, of course, Nvidia, and it's going down pre-earnings, exactly as expected. It's why I bought last week. I knew this was coming. No surprise here. Hello, everyone. Lisa Wang, how you doing? Good evening, Seth. Where did Ricky's comment go? I don't know. Good evening, Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Good evening, James. There we go. I've no idea. Maybe, that is weird, isn't it? I think he deleted himself. We've got trolls now committing suicide. They're coming on and going, I'll delete myself. You're only going to delete me anyway. I'll delete myself. There you go. Trying to decide if I should buy 1 share of Chipotle before the 51 stock split on June the 18th. That's a very good question. Let's have a quick sip of latte. Alrighty. Good afternoon, all. Well, to say Nvidia may control the rest of the week is an understatement. Tesla down today as European numbers down. Yeah, absolutely. It's all on Nvidia today. Absolutely right. Now, what do I hope happens? I hope that Nvidia beats earnings, does well, but it's not as much as everybody's expecting. Now, remember, this is the name of this video today, this live broadcast, is the fact that Nvidia is priced to over perfection. So if we beat on earnings and then we say, well, it's going to slow down next quarter, everyone's going to dump it. They're going to go, it's reached the top. A lot of people are saying it's reached the top. It's overbought, can't go any further, and start trimming. And if it starts trimming, the markets will come down. However, the business is still good, the customers are still there, everything is still good, but it will just become cheaper and it will become more in line. Hence why I have $95,000 on standby, ready to buy that dip. So I hope it beats earnings, makes money, but not as much as everybody hoped, so they dump it. Thank you very much. I'll buy the company on discount, and that will be that. Ricky, comments are deleted here. Are you not open to debate? Yes, we are. We are very much open debate. It's the only channel you will see on YouTube TV that answers every single person's question. I share my full bank account, my full balance, all the money I have in the world, everything. We are very, very open. There's not a channel that will tell you more, do more, go live 12 hours a day. Absolutely. There isn't a channel close to doing what we do. So yes, we are very much open for debate. But when you say silly comments like, and if you have Martyn Lucas in your corner, then you go to zero, is a ridiculous statement, because my members are doing well. They're all making money. I'm making money. And I just showed you my bank account. There is my balance, $5,000 to 88.7. So don't tell me I'm not making any money and I'm not growing and I'm going to zero, because by saying that, you just look silly. I don't mind a healthy debate. I'll answer any question, but don't say things that aren't true, because we're investors here. This morning on our show, we interviewed a CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, former FBI, a great company. We're here to bring the greatest businesses, the greatest minds, the CEOs, the people that run the business, to investors. We're not here to play silly buggers with people messing and buggering around. We're making money here. This is a serious channel and we have serious guests on our show. Anyway, we don't need negative comments. No, we don't. Absolutely. Debate is great, but not lies and nonsense. Enjoy the Fed madness. What to expect when the market near all-time high. Commodities all-time sell as a NASDAQ, QQQ, Dow Jones. No, Seca. That's not really accurate. If we look, people say this all the time. What do you expect? Everything's all about all-time highs. It's got to come down, all-time highs. It can't go on anymore. Of course it can. We've had markets around for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years. There were trading markets thousands of years ago, and the economy has grown. The GDP of the country has grown over thousands of years. It was a different market than it is today, of course, but we've been trading round tables with coins and bits and bobs and bits of metal for thousands of years, right? And we always set all-time highs. That's how the markets work. Nobody would make anything, do anything, build anything. We'd all just give up and live on the beach if we thought there was no point. Look at the S&P. Just take the S&P. For example, it sets all-time highs every few months. Has done since the beginning of time. Always has, always will. Because no one's going to build anything if they think we're going to lose money doing it. The only people thinking it's going to go down are those sitting on their asses doing nothing. Those that are building things and working are building things and making money. Like I do every day. I work 12 hours a day and I'm always making money, right? Making money is easy. The hard part is to keep it. And you lose it when you gamble and you don't pay attention to what's going on, right? Fact of the matter is, wherever you bought the S&P at any point in history, you're up today. So to say, well, it's crazy, it's all-time highs, it's got to come down, it can't go any higher. Of course it can, because no one's going to build or make anything in a market where they're bound to lose their money, are they? And I'm not on about GameStop and stuff like that. I'm on about intelligent CEOs, businessmen, companies who are building stuff, making stuff, selling things, fixing problems. They're not going to be doing it. They're just going to go, I'll just sit on the beach for the rest of my life. There's no point doing it. Everything's going down. Of course it's not. So there's never a wrong time to buy the S&P or any great company that makes profit. If I'm buying a piece of Apple, every time Apple sell a phone, they make profit. They don't give it away for free. Whereas GameStop doesn't make any money. FFIE doesn't have any business whatsoever. Apple make a profit every single time they sell a phone. So as an investor in Apple, I own a piece of that profit. They're not losing money every day. They're making money every day. And maybe the stock's overbought and too expensive. Maybe it is. But that doesn't mean to say it's not going to increase in value over time, because people are going to keep buying it because they want to buy businesses that make money. The very principle of that will make certain the S&P keeps setting all-time highs for here to eternity. And the day it doesn't will be the end of time. So I wouldn't worry about that. You might turn around and say, well, what about World War III? World War II, more millionaires, billionaires were created. World War I, more millionaires, more billionaires were created. Happens every single time. No doubt about it. Anyway, let's have a look. Enjoy the Fed madness. I don't see it's madness at all. It's the game. About GameStop. Ricky, what was the question you want to ask me? I will gladly answer your question. I'll be looking for any information regarding a stock split during tonight's Nvidia earnings call. I'll be looking for any information regarding a stock split. Yes, a stock split will be a good thing. It's not a reverse split. It's a forward split. That is a good thing. It will be a good thing. It will allow more investors to buy the stock. It will allow more people to buy contracts and options. It will bring more people into the market. And of course, for those who've not followed it, and we know this is to be true because we've done surveys and polls on it, people forget what the price was and they'll go, oh, Nvidia looks cheap. We had that with Tesla. I don't know how many people said, Tesla's down today, innit? Well, no, it's had a 3-to-1 split. People not everyone sees it. Not everyone's in the market every day. Trust me, believe it or not, as crazy as it might sound, a lot of retail investors who pick up their phones or sat on the toilet, look at it and go, well, Tesla's cheap today. I'm going to buy some. It's not cheap. It's the same as yesterday. It just had a reverse split. And that will happen for Nvidia. And there'll be those that don't notice it. You probably think that's crazy, but we've done polls on it. Sorry, Mark. GeoVX Labs looking good. Thank you, Richard. Didn't mean to delete your message. We play chess here, not checkers. Absolutely right. Very, very well said, Fight Channel. We see moves ahead all the time. We're making moves for the next 10 moves. I am anyway. I don't do anything. I don't make any moves at all before I know the consequences of my actions. There's absolutely no sense at all making a move on the market if you don't know what you're going to do next. If you have a knee-jerk reaction and you go, oh my God, the markets are going down, I'm going to sell. What are you going to do next? Buy it when it goes back up again? I mean, what are you going to do? You've got to ask yourself, what happens next? Plan your tax positions, plan your next trades, at least 3 or 4 ahead. If you're not doing that, then you're taking the easy way out and you'll lose every time. So GameStop is going to zero because you say so. It's not going to... Okay, Ricky. I don't think GameStop is going to zero because I say so. That would be a ridiculous statement. That would be as if I have magical powers. That would be like I'm a wizard. If I say GameStop's going to zero, it is. So no. So, Ricky, in answer to your question, so GameStop is going to zero because you say so? No, it's not going to zero because I say so. What's actually happening is GameStop, in my opinion, is going to zero because it's a rubbish business and it draws the wrong type of investors. It ruins the stock. It's made it a meme. It's got no stability. It's got no structure. It can't move forward like this. The moment it pops up, management release more shares to get money out for themselves. The whole thing is a crazy, broken down gambling machine. That's all it is. It's not a business. It's not an investment. You've got that clown this morning saying he's going to buy $24,000 of shares to save it. How ridiculous. He wants to become the president of the United States and I can buy 200,000, 8 times as much as he can today if I want to. I've got nearly $90,000 in my main account and $95,000 in margin. I could buy 8 times as much as he has said he's going to save the company. It's drawing the wrong sort of people. It's drawing nonsense, craziness, and that will always end badly. So no, GameStop is not going to zero because I say so. That wouldn't make any sense whatsoever. I believe it's going to zero because it has no value whatsoever and you've destroyed the company. Those that thought it was a half decent company, by constantly shorting it, playing silly buggers, pumping it up in Reddit rooms, all you've created is your own enemy that will crush you. That's all you've created. So would I touch it with a barge pole? Not a chance. Do I think it's going to zero? Well, looking at the numbers and the balance sheet and the earnings, because I've covered the earnings for this, and I've covered the study of the balance sheet, I think it can't do anything else but go to zero. But what do I know? Does inflation have an effect on stock prices? Does inflation? Yes, it does. Of course it does. Either way. That's a very long question, though. I could talk for an hour on that. But yes, does inflation affect stock prices? Of course it does. It's why the whole markets are where they are today. It's what the Fed have been doing the last couple of years. So yes, inflation has a lot to do with stock prices, very much so. Cracking shows, Martin. Only discovered you on Monday. I'm hooked now. Andrew Michael. Thank you very much, Andrew. Let us know where you're from. Would you like to come? Would you like to join us as a family member? There is the link. If you become a member of the channel, you can access Discord, get free scalp trading, one-on-one training, learn how to trade the markets, scalp trade the markets. You can ask me to review stocks up to an hour in length. You can ask me to do earnings. You can ask me to do videos on certain stocks so we can promote them. Not to pump and dump them. I don't own them. I only own the S&P. But your favorite stocks, we can rank number one for most of the stocks we cover on YouTube. Many perks and benefits that you get. You get the newsletter, the giveaways, the list goes on and on and on. And it's only a couple of bucks. We've also got the 12-hour stream where members here can become members for 99 cents of this stream, which is behind the scenes, 12 hours a day. It's only members can see it. We don't have any bots, trolls, scammers, just good investors with great information to share, support. You can have all these things should you wish to become a member. Welcome in, Andrew. There's Michael. Mike, no worries, mate. Thank you, Mike. Thanks, James. Also, if we don't fly the flag for your country, we fly the flags for 61 countries around the world in 14 languages. If we don't fly your flag, let me know and I'll fly it for you. What country are you from? If you become a member, of course. Would you buy before a forward stock split or after the split? Would you buy before I'd buy before a forward stock split, because a forward stock split is good for the stock. The stock will ultimately go up, not immediately, but ultimately it will go up. That's a bullish sign. A forward split is a very bullish, good, healthy sign. A reverse split is desperation, the stock's rubbish. But a forward split is good. So if you know a forward split's coming, like Nvidia, quite possibly, then, Amazon have done it, Tesla's done it, all the big companies have done it, then the stock will go up after that. Not immediately. They'll be selling, profit taking, but ultimately long term. So yes, if you believe that an Nvidia forward split is coming, which everybody does, that's why everyone's buying it. However, everyone's already bought it, already priced in, already too expensive. I don't buy Nvidia. Nvidia is too expensive. I buy the S&P, for which the Nvidia is a big part of. It's much safer bet. In fact, I don't even see it as a bet. I see it as an all-out investment. There's no betting at all with that. You're just buying the best companies in the world and just holding them. That's what I do. Steve Wally, welcome, Andrew. Thank you, Steve. Bought it last time after the split at 98 and rode it to 449. There you go. Unfortunately, it did drop out at 974 in March this year, but you bought it at 98, so you can see how it benefits you. The type of people who get burned on AMC and then buy Dogecoin to chase their losses frequent Reddit. Of course they do. Of course they do. You're absolutely right, Shadowbox Eclipse. The people that live in Reddit are trying to form groups to act together, and it doesn't work. They think it works, and a handful of people make money, but everybody else loses. Everybody else loses. I often look at what's being said about me, what's going on, and it really makes me laugh, because they keep using phrases like "going to the moon," "come on boys, stick together," and no one sticks together. What you do see a lot on Reddit, unlike my channel, which has 98% of our members, live viewers are members, there's real engagement. People watch 4-5 hours a day live. You will find And this is the same. This is the same with Reddit, the Reddit subgroup. It's the same with the GameStop subgroup. It's the same with Virgin Galactic subgroup. The same with FFI subgroup. What you see in every single one of those Reddit channels, the same thing. You see thousands of followers, 20,000 is the average, 23,000 is the average. Because people follow. They don't unfollow then. Unlike a YouTube channel where they just quickly unsubscribe and don't watch. They just follow and forget it. They just stay followed. But when you go in and watch, most posts have 3 or 4 people, the same cheerleaders, promoting everything. And you see like maybe 12 upvotes, 10 upvotes, 5 upvotes. You see no engagement. 23,000, I think it's 20,000 on Virgin Galactic. And like each post has like 5 upvotes, 12 uploads. No one's engaging. It's a completely dead channel. It's just the same as if you buy YouTube subscribers. Who would do that? Lots of people do. It makes them feel important, makes them pretend they're somebody, but no one's watching and they're not growing. Well, you can see how we're growing every single day. You can see the views that we're getting. They're doubling and doubling and doubling every month. So we don't need 1 million subscribers. What you want are members, engagers, viewers, commenting, actively involved. So, you know, they go in, they create these rooms because they think it's easy to make money, and it actually is. But the hard part is to keep it, and they can't keep it. It's impossible. So when you don't put the work in and you don't build anything and you don't make anything and you don't do anything, and all you do is rather than buy businesses, you buy broken down gambling machines and try to get all your mates to follow you, all you end up with is a pile of crap. If anybody wants to buy a pile of crap, I can give you the contents of my trash can. I'll sell the contents of my trash can for 1 cent a share. There you go. You can buy that. And what you'll end up with is 1 million shares of trash. And that's it. And the moment the cracks form, everyone jumps off the ship. That's what happens every single time. Anyway, Martin, I don't think World War III will be creating new millionaires and billionaires. A global nuclear war is more likely to kill off civilization as we know it. Correct. However, if there is a World War III, which I don't believe there will be, it will not be like we anticipate. And I'll explain. I've explained this before. World War I, first of all, let's be absolutely clear. If you read your history, and I've read a lot of history. If you read your history, it actually wasn't a world war at all. And nor was World War II. And what I mean by that is if it was a world war, the title, remember, this isn't a movie. It's not a sequel. World War II was the sequel. World War I is what we called it, but everybody in the world was not fighting everybody else. Most people in the world weren't affected by the war at all. I think it was 15 million people, between 13.5 and 15 million people died in the Great War, World War I. It was called the Great War. Why was it called the Great War? Because more people died in that war than any other war. Nothing great about it, but it's a headline. The fact of the matter is, 15 million people in the world died. There's about, 7.5 billion people today? So most people weren't affected by the war at all. They knew about it, they'd heard about it, they read it in the newspaper. The reality is, it's a terrible thing, but many people aren't affected by it. Most people aren't affected by it, but it's a good title. It's a good headline. World War. That means everybody's fighting everybody. No, they're not. Lots of countries weren't even involved. Most people weren't involved, right? Number one. Number two, World War II, lot less people died than World War I. Hence, the Great War was the First World War. Lot less people died because politics didn't finish the First World War. It hadn't really ended. It wasn't World War II. It was World War I, Part 2. It hadn't actually finished. The policies weren't signed. The declarations weren't approved. And Adolf Hitler was coming up having fresh ideas. It wasn't over at all. It was just a continuation of where we were on the First World War. But we called it World War II. It actually wasn't. It was a continuation of the First War. World War III will be very, very different, because in World War I, if we're going to call it that, and World War II, if we're going to call it that, Adolf Hitler and Germany were able to create their own economies within different parts of the world. The world wasn't interlinked the way it was today. America did its thing in America, Europe did its thing in Europe, and yes, we sent each other commodities and bits and bobs like we've been doing for hundreds of thousands of years, right? We've been doing that since the beginning of time. Merchants have been traveling across the sea with their silk and their apples and their potatoes and all the rest of it, selling all that, the spices in India and all that stuff. We've been doing that for many, many years. However, back in 1939 to 1945, we were able to set up our own economies. We were able to control the economy by setting up individual zones and what have you. So you could dominate and conquer. Like when England was the empire, it would go around the world and set up its own ideas. You can't do that now. You can't do that now. Even though we're all separate and we think we're all different and all the rest of it, we're actually all interlinked and we all serve each other. There's absolutely no way whatsoever, other than a mistake and somebody accidentally presses the button, or terrorism, there's actually no sense, even as crazy as Vladimir Putin is, no sense whatsoever declaring World War III on anyone. And it won't happen, because you're basically going to blow up your own customer. So there's no point. What these people care about is money and power. And if you blow up America, Russia's buggered. You know, it ceases to function. So we're not going to have a World War III at all. What we could have is mass terrorism and someone get hold of the bomb and press the button and God knows what else. But we're not going to have World War III, because number one, we're still on World War I. In fact, we're not. We're actually on we'd be on World War II, because the World War II was a continuation of World War I. It just ended by about 18 odd years. The rest of it hasn't changed. The politics didn't change. World War II, let's call it World War III, will be very, very different. A different economy, a different structure, a different world order, which I don't think is going to happen because it makes no sense. I mean, life is a bunch of nonsense, but it always kind of makes sense, even if it doesn't make sense. People always lie, people are always corrupt, people always do silly things, which doesn't make sense, but it makes sense because they're humans. You know what they're going to do. I knew today the markets would go down because people are dumping the stock, because Wall Street aren't investors, are they? They are traders. They know the stock's going to go down today, so they sell it. It wouldn't have gone down, would it, if anyone hadn't sold it? But then if the markets wasn't sold, nothing would ever work. So you can rely on human beings to overreact, overbuy, oversell. It's what we do every single day. Whereas if you stand back and go, I'm not playing these silly buggers, I'm just going to keep investing and own the business, you can do what you want, I'm not bothered, you'll win. It's really that simple. So I hope that answers your question, MSK. I do think World War III, let's call it World War II, which isn't really a world war, I think it will benefit lots of people, as it already is. Do you know how much money Russia are making, even though we've got embargoes on them and restrictions? They're still making money. GameStop, just like Virgin Galactic, so yes, rubbish. Vincent Vosberg. Vincent Vosberg, do I owe you an apology, or for some reason? We may have had a misunderstanding. A couple of days ago, you gave me a $20 super chat to do a review. I was about to do your review and you said, keep the money, I'm out. So I assumed I must have upset you in some way, and I apologize if I did. I don't know what I did, Vincent, but I've done lots of reviews for you, and I was just about to do one for you again, and you said keep it and delete it. So I kept it and I deleted it. I don't know what, if or what, but if I owe you an apology, I'm sorry. I don't know what it was. Bought Nvidia last time at 98 after split, rode it to 449, then sold. However, it then ran to a high of 974 in March. So you are actually promoting short selling on GameStop then? No? Oh, Ricky, you're making this too easy for me. right? Ricky, please give me a challenge. Make this a little bit difficult for me, right, Ricky? You're making this like really easy. So your statement is, so you're actually promoting short selling on GameStop. Not promoting anything. I don't own the stock. I've never shorted the stock, never will short a stock. I don't do options. I just buy the S&P and holding it. Am I promoting short selling? No, I'm not promoting anything. What I'm doing, if you listen to what I'm saying that GameStop has no value whatsoever. It's a rubbish business and it's going to zero. That's what I said. And right there, it's done it again. Just as I started talking about it, saying that politician is talking nonsense, trying to excite uneducated buffoons who call themselves apes, with $24,000, hoping that he'd become the president of the United States, when I can buy 8 times as much and I'm not running for any election. What happened? People got excited and dumped it again. What about I'm here to help people, Ricky, even you, even if you don't want the help, right? People just paid $70 or wherever it was it 48? I think it didn't go to 70. People just paid like $70, I think it was, for GameStop. It's worth 7 cents. If you look at what it's got in the bank, how much cash it's got, what it does, what it sells, it's worth 7 cents. And people, because of nonsense like that politician there and Roaring Kitty, bought it for, was it $70, whatever it was. How bonkers is that? So what I'm trying to do is help people and telling you that this stock is going to zero. Don't buy it. I keep bringing you the news. I keep bringing you the facts. I keep bringing you the earnings reports. I keep bringing you the transcripts from what is said. I have people that talk to me online, on X, Instagram. They give me information. I'm sharing it with people, sharing it with you, even though you're not a member. Mike says there, no, Ricky, Martyn is not promoting shorting. I'm promoting education, investing, support, knowledge, facts, friendship, and downright common sense. But, whatever. Yes, short the heck out of that. Let's go make some money. There you go. Vincent Vosberg wants to short it. That's fine. He recognizes it's going to zero. Crack on. Do what you want. Doesn't bother me. I'm not telling you what to do. Just telling you it's going to go zero. It's easy to make 1 million with GameStop. Just buy 2 million. Shadow box eclipse. I like that. I'll give you that one. That's good. IBRX heating up. Let them all 39% shorts. Keep my fire warm. Nice one, Chris. Seth Houston, I'm not going to lie. I had no idea Chipotle stock was over $3,000. Seems kind of crazy for a food place. Seth, hang on a minute. It doesn't matter how much the stock price is. If there's only one share in the whole company, that would be a $3,000 company. It would be a market cap of $3,000. It doesn't matter how much the share price is. It's how many shares there are for that price. That's what's important. It's why people get excited buying Binky Bonk coin or some rubbish crypto coin that's 0.000000001. They go, it's really cheap. No, it's not. They've just divided up the business or the asset or the coin or whatever you want by 1 billion. That's all. It's not, it doesn't mean anything. What is important is the market cap of the business, what the whole business is worth, not the share price, the actual value of the business, as in the business, the cash on the books, the debt position. That's what's important. That's what's important. It's why people think Tesla is now cheap, because it used to be $400. Or no, $1,200. You remember? Before the split. They think it's cheap. It's not cheap. It's only actually worth $110 a share because there's lots more shares now. There's a lot more shares. There's 3 times as many, 300% more. So it's worth, each share is worth a third. So to say, bloody hell, a food company worth $3,000 a share, That's like saying Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway at 300,000. That's bloody expensive. There's not as many shares available. If Warren Buffett said, I'm going to do a 1,000,000 to 1 forward split, all the shares would be $20. Does that mean Warren Buffett's business is now on sale? No, it's exactly the same. And people that do things like scam stocks, like Mullen, do it all the time. They reverse split, reverse split, reverse split, reverse split. FIE have done it over and over again. FFIE was 80 to 1. I covered it on the earnings over and over again. And people go, oh, it's really cheap now. No, it's not. It's the same price. You think it's cheaper, but it's not. And then it comes down again. Biggest mistake you could ever make. What's wrong with that? I wish we wouldn't say family members. I wish we wouldn't say family. That's what upset you. I upset you by saying, I wish we wouldn't say family members. Well, sorry about that, but I think this is my family. People that watch feel it's a family because we're here every day. And I talk to you more than I talk to anybody in the world. So this is a family. I'm sorry you don't like that, but I'm not going to change it. Welcome, Andrew. Good to have you here. Family can have a conversation and not go crazy on them. Really? Really? You never argue in your family?
Andrew Michael has become a member.
Andrew Michael, another new member. 98% of our live viewers are members, higher than any other channel on YouTube TV. Family can have a conversation and not go crazy. Are you sure? Me and Leah argue all the time. I'm always falling out. I'm always arguing with people. Are you honestly telling me you never shout at your kids? Your kids are never naughty. You don't ever fall out with your wife? Well, then, congratulations, because that's not how I live. I've always fallen out with people. Anyway, maybe I got a rubbish family. There you go. Lucas Aid family. There you go. No doubt, Vincent Vosberg. Oh, Trikay's back. Trikay is back. I just wanted to check. We had to do some maintenance today. Trikay, let me just scroll up a minute just so I can see. Yes, I thought so. Trikay, unfortunately, I'm sure you don't mind, but unfortunately, you were deleted today. It's an unpleasant term. I'm sorry, but it's the term that is used on Discord. I saw you in Discord last night. You had to be removed from Discord. Because you're not a member anymore. It's a member's perk, and unfortunately, you can't be on Discord as a non-member. Anyway, how do I join? Brandon, how do you join? Here we go. Here's the membership link. There it is. Let me give Michael Andrew your new perks and benefits. Michael, Andrew, where are you from? We've got 3 minutes to go. We're about to go into the earnings. And you've got many, many perks and benefits now. So GameStop just going right back down. The moment that guy put that news out and I reported on it, I said it would go down, and it has. The worst thing anyone can do is try to get votes on people that are influenced by rubbish. You end up with rubbish voters. You end up with a little bunch of people that are talking rubbish. What is the point of that? I don't want that. Who wants that? So here it is. Andrew, here is your how and why member video. Okay? This video gives you all the information of all the things that you get as a member. Habak Mindset. I was trying to, and Zach, hi guys, still trying to find dragons. Our Rumble viewer. We've got 2 minutes to go, so very, very quickly, you can get access to Discord, but you need to know how to do it. Watch that video, it'll explain. So here are a couple of the links. Now, as a member, you can get my analysis software for free. It's the best AI software, I believe, in the world. Fantastic. There is Alpha Spread. My members get it for free or a premium service. Which makes my membership for free. There's Alpha Spread. There's the music channel. As a new member, I was voted by Elton John as the world piano man. Tomorrow night, Friday night, you can get a live concert and live requests. Here it is Instagram, and you can engage with me on Instagram, Facebook, Rumble. Here's X, where I post my trades for my members before I make them. There's the all links, martynlucas.com. That's martynlucas.com. That's the website. That's where you can get the newsletter. We've got giveaways, cash prizes. You've got all the links are on there. There's the extra channel where we're live 12 hours a day. So you can get support 12 hours a day. It's 99 cents to be a member. This is the behind the scenes. We're there, only members. So there's no trolls, bots, scammers. It's just great people. This afternoon, we had a Meet the CEO live on the show, former FBI agent on our show today. And there's members exclusive benefits to that as well. Many, many things that you get. All right. Okay. If you are using if you want to become a member, how long have I got? 1 minute. If you are becoming a member, Brandon Cooper, there's the links to do it. If you are on an iOS device, you will need to request a browser and a desktop version because Apple tried to get commission out of Google and they stop them. It works. That link works on everything other than an iOS device. You have to use a browser with the desktop version. Does that make sense? Okay. Do you still have your FFIE shares? No, I only own the S&P. When we started interviewing CEOs and we became mainstream TV media, we have 3 channels now. We're a TV network. I sold all of my stocks and I only own the S&P. So I'm the most honest person on YouTube TV. There's no, and Rumble of course, there's no pumping and dumping at all. That's how I now get CEOs on my show. That's why WidePoint was on my show today. They wouldn't have done that if I was just a pump and dump channel in Reddit. Not a chance in hell. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The year is 1991.
The bell has
Birds and
gone.
people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day,
And we're about to get ready for the earnings. I apologize for the volume. That's better. Sorry about that. A little bit too loud. That was a mistake. Hopefully that's fixed now. You wouldn't, Mike. Well, there we go. I don't understand either. I don't understand either, Vincent. Yes, I'm from Wales, Martin. Thank you. We've got lots of Welsh people here. And on Friday night, if you join my music channel, I will do the voice of Tom Jones for you. On my music channel, we have a Welsh audience, friends from Wales, every Friday. Join us. Okay, Lisa Weng, last time I bought after the stock went down. Hang on, I've got to get through the comments. Let's have a look. I can't get through all the comments. Negative comments will not be deleted here. Ricky is making up stories. That's not true. Mike, negative comments will be deleted here. That is untrue. That is a lie. You're not a member. We can debate anything. But when you say untruths and lies and scams, then we get rid of you. Absolutely, 100%. We're not interested. We are real investors talking to real CEOs, making real money, live 12 hours a day. We don't live in Reddit. We have real connections and we're not interested in wasting our time. This is not the Jerry Springer show. Go somewhere else for that. That's not what we do. And you can see why everyone keeps becoming members. They're not interested in all the rubbish. Right, Nvidia. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Nvidia. We are doing the Nvidia earnings. Now then, let's go through all the positions. Are you up? Are you down? This is my portfolio. We're down slightly today, but I'm still at $89,000, which isn't bad, is it really? We're still doing all right. $89,000. We're only $200 off an all-time high. No options, no contracts, no shorting stocks. We're all doing good. Let's go through our positions live right now. Virgin Galactic is going down and down and down. It's following the meme stake. It's going down with GameStop. GameStop going to zero. Said it. I keep saying it. If you're not listening, that's up to you. FFIE going to zero. There it is. 100%. Virgin Galactic is following it. It's a great shame because of all the 3 businesses, it's one that actually has a business. The S&P is down but coming straight back up again. As we said, it's sold off today in preparation for the earnings. No surprise there. Next year, Energy Enphase going up, one of the best stocks on the market. Probably the best balance sheet you will see on the market. No doubt about it. It's a 2 to 3x. J&J is a $200 stock, no doubt about it. One of the best dividends in the world. It's a dividend king. It's always paid out since 1966, I believe it is. Chevron down. Tesla, and always increased, by the way. Tesla is worth 110. I wouldn't buy at this price. Great business. Elon Musk is great, but he tells you, but no one listens. Stop buying my stock. It's too dear. They don't listen to you, Elon. McDonald's is going down. Google is going down today, but coming back up again. Microsoft up today. Nvidia, here comes the rebound. The earnings is in. Let me have a quick look today. Let me go to this screen here. Where is it? Log on, register for the account. I've already done it. Let me log on for this again. I forgot the time. Register with a Q4 account. I've already got an account. Save time with a Q4 account. I've already done it. I'm logging in. I've got a Q4 account. Let me just log into the Nvidia earnings. And what time? It doesn't give the time. Add to the calendar. Well, you'll receive a reminder on the day. Access web 15 minutes before the start time. Okay. Are you going to give me a time? Let me have a look. Let me go to my calendar entry. Just bear with me. I've got a calendar entry here. The calendar entry is Martyn today. Yes. Nvidia. It is 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock Central. Okay, I just wanted to double check. Things do change. They don't really change for Nvidia, but you have to check. It's sensible to always check. Right, okay. So the stock price is coming straight back up. Let me get to the bottom of the comments. We've got too many comments now, too many people. So I've got to go members only, folks. So we're going to go straight over now to the Nvidia earnings. Okay, so let me just send you all to the extra channel for a few minutes as we switch over channels. Okay, so we're going to send you there right now. Here is the extra channel as in a link. Ricky, I'm already considered a liar. Well, you did lie, that's why. However, if it's Mike's words, that you'll be removed. If you make a negative... No, negative comments are not removed, but if you make up stories and say things that aren't true, then we delete that. Absolutely right. If you make a negative comment, not all comments are necessarily a lie. No, absolutely not. But you have said things today that is untrue, completely untrue, and we're not having it. We don't need your membership. We don't need your subscription. We don't need you to watch. But what we do need to do is support our members and make money. And we're trying to grow the best YouTube TV channel in the world. We haven't got time for the rubbish that comes along. If you're going to be helpful and useful and part of the family, then please do. If you're going to come and spread nonsense, we don't need you. Go and watch Meet Kevin. He'll take anybody. He doesn't care. All right. Okay, yeah, not one person said you were a liar. Okay, not one person. Render is tanking. Dustin Prince, I am already considered and said are completely different things. That's what cults do. They don't allow any information that contradicts them. We make jokes all the time that we're a cult. We do it for a laugh. Of course, we're not a bloody cult. I'm a guy on YouTube. Anyone can switch off and mute me whenever they want. Are you suggesting that I control people through the screen? Yes, you're right, Trickay. Woo! Stare at the screen. Yeah. Anyway, Ricky, shall we start again? Ricky? Let's move on. I just ask questions. Ask me any question you want. You have to remember, though, that I have to prioritize the members, okay? I can't spend the whole show like Jerry Springer going backwards and forwards with you. I've got investors here who are members who expect priority. I'm sure if you owned a business, you would appreciate that. Maybe you do. I'm sure you'd agree that your customers, your customers and members are your priority from someone else shouting outside the window saying, "Oi, give me your time." All right? I think you'd agree with that. Okay. Trickay can't call in anymore. He's not a member anymore. He decided not to be a member. In fact, I don't think he's No, he was a member. Anyway, I'm wasting my time. I've got to get on with the Nvidia earnings. So here is the extra channel. James will welcome you in to the extra channel when you get there. There's the link. Let me give it to my guests on Rumble today. Thanks to all of you. I know you want to watch on Rumble, but there is the extra channel should you decide to get the support before the show. We're now going to switch over to the Nvidia earnings. This is the event. This is what we're going to see in a couple of minutes. We're going to be live. We're going to make money with Nvidia tonight. We're going to make a lot of money with Nvidia tonight, actually. This is the event. There is the Nvidia earnings. It goes live. It's going to be very popular. You can see, oh, wow, look at all these new members. We've just had Britt Holland come in from Jordan. Simon Jones, he's renewed his membership 1 year now. Evan Hans, a new member. Andrew Michael, just become a member. Fantastic. Thank you very much, guys. Right. Nvidia earnings. Let's go. We've got to be there immediately. So guys, let's jump on now into the extra channel. I'm not going to do day trader of the day. We've got to get into the earnings because I want to buy the dip of the S&P if it moves the moment we get the news out what Nvidia is doing. I'm either going to be able to buy more or just hold. I'm not selling anything. No need for me to sell anything at all. However, I might trim a couple of shares because Nvidia at $1,000 is then too high. It might be worth just selling a couple of shares to reduce my margin just because I can. All right. Maybe in my Roth IRA, maybe do it over there where it's free, tax free. All right. Okay. Come and join me. Let's go. Let's end this. There we go. Let's go right over to the earnings. I'll be live as soon as I can. Probably take me about 5 minutes. Jump in the extra channel and I'll be right with you. Take care of yourselves and each other. Hey, Ricky, come and join us and let's see if we can build a good relationship. The bridge is still open. We haven't burnt the bridge. Come and join us. Take advantage of what we're doing or not. It's up to you. Bye-bye for now. See you in a minute. Take care of yourselves and each other.